What's going on, everybody? We are live here on the DST show to go over Monday Night Raw. If you guys aren't here for that, of course, you can just sit around, relax, and enjoy the rest of your life. Probably go for your paying job, go to that date that you called off because you shouldn't be calling off dates because you missed Monday Night Raw. I'm being serious. But live here, we have a lot of discussions lately, of course, that goes over to the task at hand of Jordan Grace's recent tweet that she had around earlier, I think last week, over Chris Benoit, murderer, coming around saying that she wouldn't hang with the current competition currently in the modern landscape of wrestling. And even though Chris Benoit, the person, is awful, I can't disrespect the amount of skill, determination, work ethic, and discipline Benoit put on himself to get the level he's at right now, that he was at that time to even deserve a push. Because you don't hear guys that mess up spots punishing themselves to make sure that they keep that repetition in their head. So I'm not gonna disrespect. Benoit has done shit in this business. Some guys just are not willing to try on. So yeah. Brock Lesnar's actually doing a promo right now as we speak. Butcher references Brock Lesnar's with the Butcher Reds, and he's calling out Roman. Call him a hoe, not a hog. That's awful. Peter's gonna call WWE. The tribal hog. Did he say country shit licking? Oh, Paul Heyman's coming in. Paul Heyman just always being the manager of guys that can already do promos. It makes a lot of sense. Over to the extent of Paul Heyman already just be an authority figure if that's the extent. Not because you're good at it, because there's not a lot of top guys that technically need your talents as a manager. So why not just be an authority figure? Wouldn't that be a bit more easier for Paul Heyman? And guys, I'll try to go live for Sunday Night Football. Maybe some scheduling I have to do for work if that's the case. But if that's going to make me do that more consistently around the holiday season, or if something comes up, I want to do more pro football here. I did NFL weekly live streams around 2018 when I started doing YouTube a bit more consistently. God damn. That left side is going to be panned the entire night. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh my god, if we get a Three Little Piggies reference. I don't want to hear that word stupendous. How come what culture didn't put that in their bullshit list? Stupendous is one of our top 10 reasons why WWE isn't for you. I mean, technically not for us, but we're universally meaning the entire fan base. Mm-hmm. So he's literally making this promo where he's making Brock Lesnar look better than the guy he's managing still. Uh-huh. Did you just say he's gonna kill Roman Reigns? Oh my god! They referenced death! Paul, you're suspended! Oh my god, the more we correlate to hog slaughtering, all because Brock is a butcher and a farmer, I swear. Bull Chief! My tribal chief! Okay. Oh. Kinky. Right, my tribal chief! Yeah. What? Austin Theory? Mr. Money in the Bank and former U.S. champion Austin Theory's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. That unnecessary podium. They don't make it a thing mainly for him. F. Okay. Why the Money in the Bank briefcase holder always got to tell me with the fundamentals of how to cash in? This existed since 04, not 04, 05. And they tell us like we don't know what Money in the Bank means. And it's like we're gonna grab the briefcase from the ladder. Yeah, we're gonna hand it to the referee. Yeah, what possibly when you're down or something or don't suspect a thing. Yeah, even though they announce it. Yeah, I'm gonna pin you. What and become world champion. Yeah, I think we all watched it on TV. Yeah. Don't scream at me to roll the footage, you pedo-lipped piece of Damn! Oh yeah, he did beat his ass. Oh my god. Oh my god! He F5'd his ass off the chamber pot. I forgot how fun that chamber match was. Lesnar just pimp slapped everybody. He's stupid. That was awesome. Paul Heyman's laughing in his mind. Austin Theory is 24 when he still acts 18. You'll probably stop acting like that when you turn 25. When you're nearing 30. That carcass. Okay. Austin Theory proving a point. Damn. Brock is already burying most of the competition. They're probably all going to say the N word. And here comes, all right. So Alpha Academy is currently up in the ringside trying to jump Brock Lesnar. Oh, we came from Lashley and Lesnar to Otis and Lesnar. All right. Get him, boys. Only one guy. But, oh, Gable takes Lesnar by the leg and clobbers Lesnar with Otis. And Lesnar's still on his feet, laughing at the poor effort by Alpha Academy. And he's, oh shit. Belly to belly on Gable. And there goes Otis with a clothesline out the ring. Like a weak guy trying to chuck a hunk of meat outside of the compactor. Oh shit. Damn! Lesnar, chill. Yo! He's battering Alpha Academy with the steel steps. And Gable's like hopping out of the goddamn ringside. Otis gets clobbered again with the steel steps, and now the steel steps are inside the ring. Lesnar barely taking that much of effective damage. And some black guy just obviously ran out of the way of Brock Lesnar. Oh my god, and he's hitting them with steel steps. It's just the steel chairs are coming into play now. Just cracking them like they do with a whip. I swear that's not supposed to be a racial joke. And Lesnar belly to bellies him near the cameraman. That looked hilarious. What do you mean, animal? What do you mean by that? Someone gets rip off Steve Wilkos out of commentary on Raw. Oh, that looked like an AA on the commentary table, but it was an F5 on Otis. And of course, Brock Lesnar doing what he does in current WWE, and that's make the show better for like 20 minutes out of a 3-hour show. Get ready for an unnecessarily boring women's match that's probably going to main event the show anymore. Shockingly, over this BS, Raw's getting still somewhat average ratings, even without Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns on TV. Like, I think they drew a 1.9 somehow, in some way. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. So Brock grabs his cowboy hat. Of course, hyping up for the last man standing match you're going to have at the pay-per-view. I love the logo, by the way. Thank God. WWE actually did something right. I also give one positive over the AEW. They brought back the motion captures they do for pay-per-view matches when, the wrestlers gesturing, showing some personality before the bout. Like, Shawn Michaels when he did the little punch and then he shows off a bit. And the fans are going absolutely crazy. When's the last time you actually see anybody getting over and they wide pan the camera to show the audience having fun? And this seems to actually be a decent audience for now until I get disappointed. So next up, United States Champion Bobby Lashley. I thought they wouldn't drop the title until I thought, oh wait, it's Money in the Bank. Riddle versus Lashley. No, it's going to be Riddle and Lashley versus Austin Theory and Seth Rollins, possibly in a tag match to main event the show tonight. So that's going to be somewhat exciting. I mean, I'm not expecting a bad match, but I'm expecting something dull. Next up, Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair faces Carmella. Guess what? In a title rematch where she's probably going to lose clean. It's going to be a rematch. It's a rematch. So doing that on pay-per-view was completely worthless anyway. They're going to rematch it. It's the same shit they had on SmackDown. Was Bianca Women's SmackDown Women's Champion last year, and they still did the same shit at Rolling Loud. That's hilarious. 619. Time to get out of my camera shot. That's my prayer. Why is Ray wearing mismatching boots? He couldn't find the other one? Yeah, it can't even fit his gear. Looks odd. Dominic looking like he's part of FaZe Clan. Me cereal. I like burritos. Jim, stop being racist. Ray faces Finn Balor, part of the Judgment Gay. I already did a Finn Balor sucks. Just doing another one would be redundant, but it would just be an update. And the camera guy, is the camera guy a noob? Because he keeps getting shoved. He doesn't know when to back off. Wide pan, like he got close to Brock Lesnar when he was doing the belly-to-belly suplex. It looked mad awkward. Someone get that amateur out of that job, please. IGGY. So while we're in commercial break, we also had breaking news over Jordan Grace. If you don't know who that Michelin of a bodybuilder is, with her lipo and fake ass body, weightlifting. She put up this post over on Twitter after saying that Chris Benoit couldn't hang with the current competition. I thought that was just a terrible joke to reference that he killed himself after murdering his family in cold blood. But last week I made an irresponsible and unnecessary tweet regardless of how my personal emotions influence my opinion. I should have recognized the impact of my words, should have recognized the impact of my words, would have my friends and families close to the situation. I was completely thoughtless in that regard. Since reflecting this past week, I reached out privately to my friends and family that I angered or hurt. Among those is David Benoit, Chavo Guerrero, Chris Jericho, who are supporting me in the decision to partner and fundraise with Concussion Legacy Foundation, formerly Sports Legacies Institute. I have pledged $5,000 with the overall campaign of a goal of $20,000. I'm acutely aware of the damage have been done, and I never intentionally added on to suffering of those regarding dealing with such traumatic events. And I'm sorry if my insensitive and aggravating already delicate topic. By the way, I'm a piece of shit. I'm not reading the rest. And then she puts a real name like I'm supposed to care. I think she also did a small little live over with David Benoit. Yeah, that's all cool, man. I'm gonna wrestle and have the same shit like my dad anyway. Possibly have a family. Oh no, don't do that, David. Please don't do that. So Jordan Grace just thought it'd be a great idea to try to bring up that Chris Benoit wouldn't hang with the current competition for no reason. Doesn't even explain why whenever people make over these claims. And over all this shit, the wrestling side of Chris, probably the most hardworking in-ring wrestlers of all time. An actual physique. Sure, not that much of a big draw, especially when he was world champion. But at least he looked somewhat imposing. Always was fast paced, so literally can go with anybody in the ring, and he's never had a forgettable match. And now we're currently having this Pride Parade ass commercial. Also, did you know Ring of Honor is still doing pay-per-views? They're still doing pay-per-views. Why? Didn't they just get bought out? How come they don't do a Ring of Honor? Oh, they can't do an Invasion because they just got bought out. That's so hilarious. Other than that, who's left? They don't even do a weekly televised program. So what's the point? Is this supposed to debut it? I don't know much about Ring of Honor, and whenever I even hear about them, I at least heard Death Before Dishonor is supposed to be this Extreme Rules-esque pay-per-view. Math is family matters. What's this Christian family gonna do next? Our Catholic father's probably gonna try to molest some child. We're here in the home of the San Antonio Spurs, the former 5-time NBA champions that is now rebuilding. Good luck for DeJounte Murray in Atlanta, by the way. We don't have that big of NBA news recently. And here comes Finn Balor. So with this new faction, what's his new presence going to look like? So he still shows his crooked ass abs, wears a leather jacket. Is that a leather jacket or just a... It's a leather jacket. He still thinks wearing a leather jacket is cool. This is a grown ass man. Oh, but this time he has leather long pants. Oh, I hate Finn Balor. With the likes of him still being on TV twice, after like being in developmental twice and still not garnering much of a character, how is this guy still on TV? I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to say this like he's a terrible person. He's looking like a male stripper of Prince of Persia that obviously went through a fast for like a week with no charisma, and yet he takes over this faction over Edge. And when Edge was leading this whole Judgment Day faction, I don't think they've ever lost on pay-per-view. That makes no sense to me. And now they're in a program with the Mysterios? Really? I mean, I can understand the circumstances, but Jesus. And now we got gay anime Power Ranger poses from New Japan, while the Mysterios just look there unmenacingly. Come on, man. Like, they gotta know, like, this is sad. Okay, Damian Priest has something to say. He's probably gonna try to negotiate. All rise! There's nothing imposing. Why not just have the sinister minister? What things used to be, Damien? You've barely been here for 2 years. We have to reference that because John Cena's 20th anniversary was more important. I just had my showcase mode, bro. Familia. Damn. Damn. That's racist, Damien. However, it's like he's forcing himself to have this deep voice. Like he has to just strut throat his goddamn self to sound more deep. Like it's terrible. Damian Priest sucks, dog. Yeah. Join the Judgment Day. Oh my god. Damian Priest needs to stop talking. I get it because he's Latino, so he can relate more. Get this fucking Mexican period. I'm joking. Tranquilo. I can relate. Fucking Hispanic Jinder Mahal over here, Damian Priest. And of course, Finn Balor has been to Japan before, so of course he's more diverse. Tranquilo. Tranquilo. I know what that means. I know what Los Angeles del Nobles is. Yeah, tranquilo. That's the only Spanish we know, by the way. Still the dumbest thing ever. I don't get it. I can understand if Edge wanted to take time off on TV to try to get the group over without him. But if that's the extent, why they don't just tease Finn Balor a bit more subtly into the Judgment Day faction by them losing on TV or pay-per-view? It just, there's like no extent of logic in this entire thing. And I understand it's WWE, but Finn Balor just comes around looking like a goddamn strut midget. Just a Prince of Persia sex offender. Wearing some dumbass little tassel on his pants with the leather pants and the leather jacket. He just looks like a guy that you'll probably see in PWG after this episode of Raw. And that's no disrespect to guys that wrestle in PWG. Just know, no one ever heard of you. All because it's on YouTube doesn't mean people still heard of you. What's going on, Sonic? Dominic, don't listen to these people. Familiar. Oh, it's good. Dominic. Ray took that personal, John. And now there you got the double drop kick. Of course, we're supposed to be having a match: Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. After some hurtful words, and Finn Balor gets saved by Damian Priest. 619. Booyaka, booyaka. That's my burrito. I'm not racist. Please stop. That's Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Booyaka, booyaka. That's my burrito. So, of course, we're supposed to have Rey versus Finn Balor to start the show. This might be a decent match to start. Oh, I didn't even pay attention, Sonic. You said DNT. That's hilarious. I understand it was a small typo. You probably never noticed, but still. Also, anybody got to see that new Thor: Love and Thunder film that came out recently? I heard it was not as good as Ragnarok, but at least hopefully it's watchable. Not a lot of Marvel movies have been catching my attention lately. Of course, I think Far From Home was the last time I actually had an enjoyable movie. But to be honest, it's always like that one side character that makes the show actually the movie more interesting. And now we're getting a goddamn progressive commercial. But how you guys, if you guys watch Love and Thunder, tell me how you rate it. Don't try to spoil it for many other people that possibly didn't watch it. The last movie I got to see in theaters was, of course, Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness film that I found like a mad like 5 or 6 out of 10. I thought the plot devices were bland. I like the animation. Of course, the CGI was fun, but that was technically it, bro. Lamar Odom, why not do a LaMelo Ball mix? I'm just saying. We got a future MVP in our hands. Are you gonna do any stars from the 2010s anytime soon? Monte Ellis, I felt got slept on. Sonic, you could have done him when his time was on the Warriors and Pacers. He was a valid guard for back in the day. Chicago PD. It's on USA, so of course nobody's gonna watch it. Still under commercial break right now, guys. Didn't hear over Jordan Grace's dumbass comments about Chris Benoit. Watch back over to the video several minutes ago. You hear what I had to say about it. Dave Meltzer recently put up a tweet as well. Whoever cares. What the fuck? Dude. If this doesn't bring a tear to your eye, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Keep fighting, Steve. Oh, Steve McMichael? Oh my God! Is that supposed to be Steve McMichael? I thought Steve McMichael was the one holding the guy that's bedridden. Jesus Christ. Well, hopefully Steve McMichael's doing good. For anybody who doesn't know who that is, that guy used to be part of the Four Horsemen. He used to be part of the 1985 Bears, so the only reason why they're a relevant franchise. So we're back after commercial break, finally into this gay-ass match. Is Finn wearing Chuck Taylors with leather pants? Finn Balor just looks like a Disney live-action version of Aladdin. The terrible one, without Will Smith. Irish whip. Gets back elbowed. Ray going over from the ropes, trying to garner momentum. Tried to go for a counter. Right hand missed. To the ropes again. Ray with a head scissors. Hurricane Rana by Rey Mysterio. Going top rope for a cross body. I know how to use a cross body. Jesus Christ. That was a joke. Brings him back inside the ring. Gets stopped with a sidewalk backbreaker. Finn going for the cover. 2. No. Don't give Rey Mysterio any chances of his legs free. It leads to a lot of aerial assault, given his Lucha Libre background, and Rey's taking advantage, keeping on that ground game. Of course, the commentary is not going to call that. I'm just saying. Keeping his mouth in his hands because Finn wants to just smell that saliva and sweat afterwards. Ray is cornered, and he goes straight to the midsection, going with the shoulder tackles over to the body and spin out, sidewalk, backbreaker again. 1, 2, near fall again. Currently, Finn Balor's in the dominant position this start of the match. IGGY. Stuck over to a side headlock. Grounded body first. Oh, wow. I got Air Jordan. That's nice. Oh, and those knees. Going for a vertical suplex. Oh, yeah. He's disrespecting the name. It will not shock me if Raw got a low rating. Well, recently they've been doing average so far over this build to Money in the Bank, and getting a 1.9 over the current situations of all these things have raised the ratings, but not televised wise. I think they're going to draw at least a 1.6 or 1.7 this week, all because Brock was in it. That's technically they're obviously not trying to promote all the goddamn time Vince McMahon. Next is 50 million. I didn't touch that bitch. Wait, what? Ray trying to go high risk for a moonsault. Triangle moonsault gets evaded, and his legs get caught on the top rope. And currently, Finn Balor is taking an advantage. Boom, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Song sucks. Oh my god. Ray trying to go to the second rope for a tope. Oh! That was so easily set up. Why would Finn just go bending down like that so we can set up the sunset flip? And now we're back into another commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming. Yao Ming, Yao Ming. So back into another progressive commercial. Fucking liberals. I don't think that's what they meant. I think that's what you meant. Don't talk back to me. Okay. Damn, I can't even get Vince Carter anymore. This game sucks. They just automatically just cut off the servers as soon as I was dominating. The Buffalo Wild Wings are done with those Klay Thompson commercials, so they go back to regular, bland, light skinned bitches that obviously have nothing interesting to talk about with these women drinks. It's not even they're on vacation. They're in a goddamn Buffalo Wild Wings. Where's the beer? That's something that your wife gets, bro. Everybody enjoying the summer vacation? I know for certain students they started. And anybody haven't noticed still Bradley Beal possibly signed his soul to the Washington Wizards. Yeah, it's terrible out there, dude. Who I mean making $250 million. That's life changing money, but really you don't want to put yourself in a situation where your career could be way better. They're obviously doing this to stock up on try to put more stock into Bradley Beal. But if that's the extent, why not just trade him in a couple of your role players for some young depth or veterans? Get some picks at the end so you can build up because Beal has been there since he's been drafted, and there's nothing for you guys except probably a play-in appearance. The way your roster's constructed, Grizzlies just did something to. I know Timberwolves did something to push themselves over the edge with trading for Rudy Gobert. Defensive player of the year. Who you guys got? Kyle Kuzma? So we're back. They're advertising NXT 2.0. It's going to be Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose for the women's title. And that's technically it. Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming. Yao Ming, Yao Ming. His career in points is 20. And the top rope, Hurricane Rana from the top. Rey Mysterio using all the leverage he has to go for the pin. And it's a near fall until only Dominic's expression being changed over that move. They barely sell into Rey having a leg injury. It's like, my legs hurt. Top rope move. That's it. It's never summed up to like, I can barely get any of my moves going and the fans got to eat up on it. We have lost the age of selling in wrestling nowadays, and it's sad because there's been times where people can get a pop over Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder match in 2010 more than they can get a pop over the main event of Monday Night Raw. That's how bad it is now. Frog splash from Ray, but automatically missed by Finn Balor that he does the big brain play gesture on his head, and it ends with a near fall. Trying to go for the crucifix after Finn Balor thought he outsmarted Ray. Oh, Dominic, thank you for familiar whenever you wrestle. And remember, if you want to be a main event star, always pull the Eddie Guerrero card. That always works for me. I've been using that since 06. I mean, 05. Going for the pin. 2. No. Thoughts on San Antonio, Antonio McDyess? I only got to see the twilight of his career when I was younger after he was done with the Nuggets. Good fundamental big man. Not much that I would make a highlight reel for him. I'm just saying. I'm not really a big fan of the positionless basketball. I understand it's an acquired taste for basketball fans, and I guess for certain people in certain positions that get to play the way they want, but it ends up with them losing most of the time, or just not getting where they really want to be. Like, I hate positionless basketball. I hate small ball. Size matters in basketball, guys. So Finn Balor picks up the victory against Rey Mysterio. And of course, we're probably gonna have Damian Priest versus Dominic next week, or a tag match on paper at SummerSlam. Dominic cut off that mullet immediately, young man. That scares me. So we of course have our Raw Women's Championship with Carmella versus Bianca Belair just a few weeks after we just saw it on pay-per-view. Because it's Carmella. Anybody says, "Oh my God, we're gonna do this on TV after they just had a pay?" Yes, we are. First of all, WWE actually making a pay-per-view match feel important, like it actually mattered, has gone a long time ago. And here comes big time bitch Bex trying to look like she's dressing like she's 22 when she's obviously 37 with a child. I'll at least give it to her. She comes up in clothes that probably not a lot of people want to buy. I said want to buy, not like people can't afford it. Like I like at least one thing about WWE and the women's division that not a lot of wrestling fans do. They make the women feel like a big deal. They dress in expensive clothing. They give high marketing. They make the women main event to show consistently or somewhat main event some parts of the pay per view. So you can't be saying WWE doesn't, even though they overdo their women's roster. You can't say that they don't try hard to actually make them major parts of TV. By the way, Sonic, are you a fan of positionless basketball? Or you like that or you want that positions are more matter more in basketball? Uzma. You know you got burnt twice from that burnt ass girlfriend you had, and of course you can't wrap it up. And thanks to Roe v. Wade, you kind of have to. Tobias Harris. Hey. Still have a George Clooney advertising. Still another Amazon commercial break. Currently on 2K right now because I gotta buy my time rather than just sitting still, waiting for, of course, a bad show that I don't enjoy back on TV. I don't know how you do it unless you're getting paid. That I'm not. So you have to not blame me for doing this. Currently, Steph Curry's murking the Wizards right now. No, anybody been in a Buffalo Wild Wings? Like anybody? in America. I'm sure that's gonna get packed around football season, but like whenever it's whenever you want to go out to eat because you're not thinking about cooking that one night, and you think, where should I just bring my friends or family? You guys think of a Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm just saying. By the way, any thoughts on Finn Balor? Like, why is he still on television? Like, you never hear people chant. At least CM Punk at least had somewhat of a childhood for most of these guys. Even though I don't like, respect, or want CM Punk on TV anymore after what he's acted like. But at least I know what CM Punk like had, like what skills he has to produce on TV. Even though everybody in every storyline he's ever been is like outshined him. Like Daniel Bryan was more over than Punk in that entire feud when they were feuding over AJ Lee. Who else? Who is he? John Cena had better promos than him in his feud against him. Like, I'm being serious. Like, you could look up their build over the Night of Champions. See, John Cena stole the show. Of course, when he was feuding with The Rock, just no essence of charisma. You guys can bring up everything that Punk is a great talker, or the only promo that you guys fucking know is this Ring of Honor clips that nobody looks up, or the pipe bomb. Everybody does it anyway. Everybody does a work shoot promo. Now Becky Lynch is in the ring, obviously upset from what happened at Money in the Bank. No, I think the last week. Is Becky wearing platform boots? Oh my god, she's wearing platform boots. Send her to Jesus. Hell no. At least Becky is actually showing some emotion in this promo. Like, she's visibly upset over getting screwed over for a title shot. Pick up that goddamn mic. That costs $10,000. You don't belong here. Bianca Belair sucks at promos, guys. So she said this promo while the championship match was happening in her face. How do I feel about the Kembe Mutombo? Sonic, you're like young. Like, why are you only telling me about these old players from 25 years ago? You don't like any of the modern players? Like Steph Curry, John Morant, Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum. Like, none of these guys catch your eyes whenever you watch basketball now. Like, I don't mind talking about them, but I wasn't, bro. I was really alive into Kemba Mutombo's prime. Like, I remember him when he was a Raptor, when he was like near 40. Carmella's last entrance is better than this. It's just back again with the basic bitch IGGY dumbass theme song. And now she's back to title contention. Now she got to go back to her bland singles, wear money in her gear, boring ass promo, looking like a llama. Man, with Steph Curry. Steph, eh, the screen. Man, what are you gonna do? Oh, what the? So we have the Raw Women's title on the line. Please unify those belts. Unify those belts. I don't want to see Raw Women's, SmackDown Women's after we just unified the world title. Like I've had to hear this excuse about the Fox deal when they obviously had financial success even without the brand split and still having a B show. It makes no sense. Like, make up your mind, WWE. I think your shareholders and your contracts will still be fine if you had two good high rating shows that were on the air for over 20 years. And Carmelo's currently dominating. Also, The Boys is over. Season finale was a few nights ago, and I hope everybody enjoyed the season 3. I've never gotten bored. So that's a positive immediately from The Boys. I thought the show was fun. The twists were amazing. I like Soldier Boy's toxic masculinity, personality. I felt like, he was like, what would happen if Captain America was just a regular guy from the 40s, but he was actually in there since the 80s and shit. And the more we got more in depth with Black Noir, they make it completely different from how I researched in the comic book. And I thought it was cool. Just the character dynamics, the relationships, and the twists and turns, man. I thought the show was fun. And I want to give a solid 7 out of 10 for season 3 of The Boys. Oh, so you do like the modern NBA. You don't really give him a lot of modern NBA, Sonic. Well, you go back and watch a lot of old NBA games. Is that the thing? I mean, yeah, I watch a lot of old NFL, but that's just me being a football nerd. I'm gonna reference a lot of NFL. NBA, like, you want me to know how Isaiah Thomas in 1986 played? I can tell you how Kobe plays. I'm not gonna tell you that Kemba Mutombo plays. I don't think he had that much of offense to begin with, except post moves and being there on the block. Obviously, that's what he's known for. God damn, is there anything to watch on cable television nowadays, bro? Unless you have a streaming service with you right now, you'd rather just save your money on food or some shit. I'm just saying. If cable television has lost its sparkle for over possibly 15 years. Back in the day, like, there used to be a reason to go home. And one of those reasons was watching the TV. You thought I was about to say taking care of your kids. Fuck them kids. Most people wish they would take overtime to ignore their children for an extra hour or two. I can do modern players. I'm just gonna take it as that. But I'm just a nerd for basketball. Cable today sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I feel you on that. But I'm not as big on NBA, even though I do love the game, I like the players. I have not that much of an unlimited history. I've only remembered Dikembe Mutombo's Twilight years, and of course that time he got blocked by Michael Jordan. I know he got dunked on by Michael Jordan. Yao Ming with the steal for the breakaway. The slam. So next we got this boring ass match with Carmella and Bianca, bro. I'm gonna be playing this game while this match is going on. I'm sure nobody will be upset. Yo, you didn't talk about this match? Bianca Belair versus Carmella? Man, what happened? Nothing that you wouldn't see in a live event, bro. Because Bianca Belair, Carmella runs the rope like a newbie, even though she's been wrestling for more than 5 years. Like, I can barely see the springiness whenever she moves on the rope stuff. Yao Ming, fuck. Got her in that head scissors over to the corner for a rip-off tarantula. Anybody get to see that new Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view? That they probably didn't even know existed because they thought Ring of Honor is never doing shows anymore after getting bought out. Curry, find Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has to be the youngest guy with the most outdated name. Tobias Harris just sounds like, oh, I remember that guy. He used to work in a factory with me back in '65. Same thing with Spencer Dinwiddie. That guy has a face of somebody that was in the '70s, and he's 27. 27 years old, young. Like, come on. There's something that the parents are doing wrong. Very good player, by the way. Spencer Dinwiddie and Tobias Harris are very impressive NBA players. I wish the Mavericks just get a more exciting game in the Western Conference Final. Ooh. Okay, who's this? Why? What? Okay. What's going on, Destructor? What's going on?
Not much. How do you feel about your second overall pick there in the draft?
We can't win them all.
I don't know. It seems like you got what you wanted. You needed a big defenseman.
We needed a big defenseman that could possibly just field out and just kill over it whenever we need a power play. Power plays have been our weakness for the past 4 seasons.
I think that's what that black guy there, Subban or something, or Dougie Hamilton.
Subban can get the Booker T treatment.
What's that?
The N-word said to him. I don't know. Whatever the
fuck. Well, that already did happen to him like almost 10 years ago to from the Boston Bruins, so you can thank those nut bars for that.
I mean, he's technically the coon of the NHL world with marrying a white woman and having no charisma.
Well, I mean, if you count charisma, him being loud, and sure, but he's what you call
done. Yeah, I'm black, but you can also tell that I had a good education. Yeah, that's PK Subban. Fucking boring piece of shit.
I mean,
people was like,
you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, don't you want your own people to have good educations? You don't want them to be, well, ghetto trash. Otherwise, they'll just be named.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just the way he talks. He just talks like he thinks that he knows better than certain people.
So basically, he's like that one. So he's like that one black guy from the Boondocks.
You mean Tommy Dubois?
Yeah, the wannabe wigger. I mean, the wannabe white guy.
Excuse
me. Wiggers.
Sorry, I thought I heard something. So yeah. Oh, have you got to watch The Boys lately?
What the fuck is that?
It's a superhero. It's like a gritty, edgy superhero show that's on Amazon.
I don't have Amazon. I don't watch TV. I don't have anything.
Damn.
The only things I watched on YouTube and shit.
Must be that Amazon Canadian connection.
Well, Amazon is
but
pretty fucking gay.
but it's cool. I thought the show was pretty entertaining. It got some cool male characters. The story's about a group that's made to kill over like out of line superheroes, somewhat superheroes, even though they're controlled by a company. And like the main characters having revenge over one of the main villains that is like a ripoff of Superman that raped his wife.
Oof. But yes, those New Jersey Devils got a big defenseman. I guess they decided to follow into the Montreal Canadiens' footsteps by getting in their Slovakian. So have fun with that Slovak.
Well, if he can just get over to the puck and stop whenever the shot's necessary, I'll take it as a good pick. You can't count him as a bust unless he performs. That's all I'm gonna say.
No. Slovaks don't. You how many good Slovaks? I mean, I'm not saying our guy's gonna be great. I mean, I hope he is because he seems to be promising. NHL ready when you're like 6'3", 6'4", 200 something pounds. You're ready, but it's just
somebody else backstage.
There's not really much of a way of. There's not many much of good Slovak players in history. I mean, what Chara, Marian Hossa.
Somebody thought Chara was in the first ballot.
I don't know if he's first ballot, but I know he's a Hall of Famer. I mean,
Wow.
I know he's won a Stanley Cup, but he hasn't really. I don't think he's done a lot of won a lot of awards throughout his career.
I think there was Giants Nation on camera or something. Okay. God bless America. You just put. Come on, I know what you put. I know what you put. What's going on?
Is it a good thing? Hello.
What's going on?
What's up?
Okay.
Not much, just chilling, watching a shit episode of Raw.
What is going on Raw?
Is it a good thing that
boring? Yeah.
Is it a good thing that Sorry. Is it a good thing?
Beat Bianca. Oh my god.
Is it a good thing that I put golf as America? Is it good or bad?
It's good. Unless you're Destructor.
I mean, I'm Canadian, so I don't really give a shit about Americans.
Is that you?
Now, who else would it be? Yeah.
Destructor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
America. I mean, I wasn't planning on staying here for long. I only came here just to annoy DST show about his New Jersey Devils. To see if he's actually see if he's annoyed by their questionable decisions, because they're fun to make fun of. They just
want a big country Slovakian defenseman.
Yeah, and I get a big country Slovakian forward who's going to be in the NHL. So Montreal wins again.
KKK.
Well, if you wanted that Klansman, just go to Toronto. I heard it's a hot topic for that in a low key way. Yes, I mean, after all, they emulate New York and Chicago. Not a good start.
Yeah,
Destructor.
Low key, no, New York is more unsubtle with their racism. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, it's run by Jews.
Destructor.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on the Ku Klux Klan?
That's a very stupid question. They're bad. They're stupid. They look like a bunch of edgy ghosts. I mean, what am I supposed to say? They're stupid.
They're just literally the whole group of Xbox gamers.
I mean, maybe in 2009 when they were playing Modern Warfare 2 or something, maybe. But none of that shit. That ship has
Modern Warfare
sailed.
3. They don't
That's
deserve a good
2011.
game. Modern Warfare 3.
No, by the time that came out, that all the edgy Xbox fags were still like playing like we're fucking back to playing Halo or some shit, or when playing on Black Ops or Gears of War 3
Black
or
Ops 2
something.
mainly. Gears of War 3's online was good.
Well, Black Ops 2, nobody gives a shit. By the time Black Ops 2 came out, the Xbox Edge fags, they just stopped existing.
The Xbox racist facts were pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie. No, you say that you're Arabic in the chat. It's like, get this sand monkey out of the chat room now, please.
See, the era of those people was just basically what, like from Halo 3 to like Black Ops 1. That's the era of the Xbox racist facts from Halo 3 to Gears of War 3. That's it. After that, it's like nope.
Liv Morgan's making her no. They're doing a promo for Liv Morgan. Yeah, none of this what's going on in WWE is newsworthy, except probably Vince possibly allegedly raping somebody.
Oh my god!
Why do you think Raw drew at 1.9?
Raw. Anyone who watches that shit still? Let's see. Twitter, is there anything good? No. Mm-hmm. America. Gotcha.
Sorry, bro. I can't risk copyright. Destructor just left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess the song I just
I gotta
played.
cut this short. Huh?
Guess the song I just played.
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'll have to catch you later. Thanks for coming in, Jerome.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. I gotta cut this off. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for everybody that was visiting the stream and typing over the chat, and Destructor too, and you too. Thanks for.